What is up guys, Patrick here, and today we are looking at the interior of my Mini 30. Let's jump on board and I can walk you around it. Oh, it's going to be a squeeze. So, as I explained in my initial video with the introduction to my car, the interior hasn't changed much. The steering wheel is the original red one. Make that a bit brighter, there we go. Steering wheel is the original red one. As I explained in the first video, this door panel here has been taken out because we need to, well, one, we need to change this window here. If you bring it down, it doesn't go back up again. And also, it needs some new parts on it, so it's work in progress. The mini badge is missing from here, which is a shame, but I think I'm going to replace the steering wheel anyway. It's okay, but I'm not a big fan of the red. I don't think it suits the classic look of the outside of the car. So down here, we have the choke, something I'm new to. I haven't used the choke before. Got brake check, we've got real heated windshield. So if you look behind, there's actually a heated windshield and a shitty micro, but ignore the micro. So coming back around, yeah, that is the windshield focus. And you've got the hazards, which actually right now only work on one side of the car, which is strange. So let's turn those back off, and then you've got lights, as you can see that in front of me. You've got low and high beam, you can see that. On the stalks here, see if I can get round to them. You have got this. Put a focus on it. There we go. So you've got horn, which sounds rubbish. And then you've got indicators left and right if the ignition was on. On this side, you've got wipers. You've got fastest, back down to off, and then you've got continuous. So if you hold that down, they'll keep going. Then you've the washer for the windshield as well. But that needs to be replaced as well. It needs to get some new bits there. It's got the original, I believe, mirror. There's my camera, as you can see. And it's got original thing up here. So again, you can see me in the camera. Original headlining, original vanity mirrors. Down here, this dash hasn't been changed. I've added this as a phone holder. Get my phone out, I'll show you how it works, 1 second. Then just put your phone in it like so. And it means from the driver's seat you can kind of see, if you see it there in the corner, you can see like sat nav, or because I've got this Bluetooth radio here, which I'll go into in a second, it means I can listen to my music off my phone. So underneath those controls down there, that is the interior heating. It's shite, don't use it. It's got an off switch, and I guess it'll work only well for the windshield. Got the original gear knob, which I'm probably going to change to a nice earlier version, which looks a lot nicer. You've got the handbrake, which is original as well, I believe. Got the red interior carpets. I've got black mats in this right now, which came in the car, and underneath these mats are actually built in, not on that side, maybe just on this side. So you can kind of see at the top there. If you look right there, that's not the mat, that's like built into the carpet. So I'm not sure about the carpets. I might change the colour of them. You've got vents, there's only 2 of them in this car. There's one right there, and there it's one right there. That's the door card that should be on the other side. It matches this seat material perfectly. This isn't leather, I think it's just vinyl leatherette. So this seat here, do some fixing up. But the door cards are good. Again, I might change that kind of stuff, I'm not 100% sure. So this here is just a cigarette ashes holder. And this is where the original radio would have been. It's been replaced by this modern, but okay, I wouldn't call it amazing. I'm doing this with one hand. It's just a Bluetooth radio. So you add that front in, and it makes the radio work, and I can use it with Bluetooth and everything. So turning around into the back, these back seats look like they've hardly ever been used. Original back shelf speakers, they haven't been altered at all. The headlining, as you can see, is okay, but I've had to, I get all the way around, excuse me, this car is very small, I've had to glue that bit back up, and I'll go through some other changes I made in another video too. So really the interior is pretty standard. This is a car cover I bought for the car, as I'm going to be storing it over the winter because it's October now. But yeah, so I'm not going to make too many changes. You can see I can leave this panel here. I'm thinking of adding a car charger, like a USB thing. This is where that piece, it goes, which one does it go in? It goes, oh, I think it goes in like that. Yeah, like that. I won't put it in now though, it's a faff. But yeah, so this is the front of the interior. I will now transition to the back and show you the back. So to get into the back of the car, you need to come down here. This is the reclining seat actually. You can see that pop back up there, but pull this out and lift the seat up, and as you can see, let me put my knee under there, and it's limited really by the head of the car, so I might take these headrests off. So the seat is simply hinged, it just pivots up, so you can get into the back, but I've added these mats in the back here. There's another cigarette thing, something not of my era, and then the back bench seat. So get around the corner here. I'm not going to get in the back because it's impossible to then film the back, but like I said, original speakers, standard seat belts. This is something I've had to change. The windows before had a bit of a seal issue, so I've cut it at the bottom, made the gap at the bottom now rather than the edges, so it's a better seal. I've washed the car, no water got inside, but I will change them to correct ones as soon as I can. Yeah, so the back of the car really isn't much to it. These side pockets here, oh, hang on, side pockets down here, this one's okay, the other one looks like someone caught fire in it welding. Let me see if I can zoom in on that. You might be able to see the top of that if it focuses. Anyway, so yeah, that pocket needs the interior trim changing. The lights in here and it still works 100%. You can see it's in the headlighting there, there's only one of them. One on this side, there it's focused. So yeah, interior is great, seat belts, everything, but I might be changing the interior colour. I like it, but I'm not a huge fan, and one seat needs to be replaced anyway because it's ripped, so I might do that. See, the seat drops back down. Seats actually have quite a bit of movement. There's a thing here that you pull or push, or I think it's pull up actually. You pull that up and the seat slides forward and back, but I might get some extenders for that because I am quite a tall guy, so that's the other thing I need to change it. These pedals are well worn, so I'm going to buy some new tops for them. These rubber bits here, you can buy them at Mini Spares, which I'll be using. There's a local one to me, so I'll be going there. But apart from that, the car's pretty standard on the inside. I showed you before, it's on 70,163 miles, which is pretty good for a 26-year-old car. What does that average out for, like 2,800 miles a year, which is pretty good. So the seals on this car, as you can see, it's actually been redone, the underside of the seals, but it's hardly rusty anywhere really, which is a really good thing. Makes it for a small project car. This here needs to be replaced. But yeah, I'll go into everything I'm going to change on the car in a separate video, everything I need to change, and we'll go from there. So that was the interior tour of the car for Cars and Cooper, and I'll speak to you guys next time. See ya.